Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft Wars. How's it going? I've been having a little fiddle around with my AE system. I haven't done too much to it, to be honest. I just had a little tweak with it. I realised one of the machines I put down there drains the energy, like, it drained out every single battery. So we've got the reactor on now charging up, and I'll go show you that in a minute. I know some of you guys are bloodthirsting for action, and I wanna kill some shit as well. I wanna cause some issues for people, but I want to make sure I'm safe before I do that, because I don't want my base to get completely trolled to pieces while, you know, I'm off camera or whatever. So I need some defensive systems. This is what it's building up to. And yeah, it means we can protect all of our items, firstly, with this system. And then secondly, we can make a mega force field so much easier and have that 3D containment room. That's going to be so good for future projects. So this is well worth it. So as you can see, these crystals cooked up. Where are they? The pure crystals. We've got 42 of them. Lovely jubbly. And we built this charger so that we can charge up regular circuit quartz. You just dump it in here, wait a couple of seconds, it'll change colour. There you go. And we get a charged circuit quartz. So that's that problem solved. So I've made quite a few of these in advance just in case. Because they're quite a lot rarer. So now we can easily just charge them up. The reactor is on, just charging these up. Wow, that charged fast. Okay. So yeah, we're going to carry on building our system today. It should be quite good. We should at least, well, we should be able to put all of our items into the system finally today. All we've got to do is make a hard drive, and that's basically it. And then we can, you know, there's different cables to do with channels and stuff, because Energistics 2 is very different to 1. But basically, these cables here, these standard cables that you always use in AE, these can hold 8 channels worth of data. Now, what that means, basically, is each one of these things, I don't think these do, but a lot of different objects in the game that send data. So this won't send data because it's an energy cell. This is an energy cell, so that doesn't use data. The inscriber might use data, because it's actually a processing thing. And the charger, I don't think uses data, because all it needs is power. So, on this network currently, there is one, what's it called? Layer in use. Not layer. You know what I mean? One. I can't remember what they're called now. I just said it like 1,000 times. Channel. That's it. One channel in use. So when we get the rest of our applied logistics stuff, I'll explain what I mean. So applied. So we've got a plan for this in the future at some point. But so this ME drive, I believe, takes up a channel because it's got data stored on it on disks. Okay. So that's a second channel. Something like the spatial I/O port, third channel. Any of the automatic things that we used before, so the import and export buses, they use a channel each. And on this regular cable, you can only use 8 channels, okay? So you have to bear that in mind, because if you use over 8 channels on one of these cable networks, it will, like, stop working. It just won't, nothing on that network will work. So what you need to get is this dense cable. Now, this dense cable can hold 32 links, I believe. It might even be more than that. And you have to get that to work, you have to have it connected to a cube, the ME controller even, which is it's a glowing cube. I can't remember what the hell it looks like now, but the ME controller enables 32 channels off each side of the cube, and you can use all these different cables. And these dense cables and smart cables show you how many channels are being used at once. So in future, when we get more complicated systems like automating with import and export buses, we'll need to use these sticker cables, which require, I think the bog standard one is covered cable, here you go, with glowstone and redstone. And covered cable is literally just glass cable that we've got with wool. So I might need to get some sheep and put them in my auto killing machine, so that we can get some of these cables, because they're pretty goddamn useful. And then smart cable is covered cable with redstone and glowstone. So it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah. We want a bunch of these, basically, which will be awesome. Then we've also got, like, the mat cannons, all this crazy stuff. But, yeah, first things first. We want to make one of these storage cells. So we want to make a 16K, probably, because I was running enough space. So to make a 16K, we've got to make the... actually, no, before we do that, we should make the ME drive. So this is going to go upstairs. Oh, actually, we can put it down here. It doesn't really matter where the ME drive goes. Put downstairs is more out of the way. So, right, so we've got 2... oh, that's what we're making. We're making the processors. So we've got... 2 engineering processes already, so that's that sorted. And oh, we can actually make this. Sweet, I didn't realise. So we can make that, and then we also wanted the drives and stuff. So let's just go upstairs and we'll start making this, and we'll get the actual system set up and put items in it. And it'll be super awesome because things are just gonna be so much easier. And I'll eventually have to make the auto crafting thing imaging again. Right, so we need a bit of iron. Here we go, some irons. There we go. And then we want to make one of these bad boys. Lovely, ME drive. Awesome. So we can go and stick that on our network now. And that'll take up a channel. Even with nothing in it, it will take up a channel. But each hard drive in it won't take up an extra channel, so that's something good to note. So the channels are going to be important later when we get complicated stuff. It's just I quite like it because you can make it. Just means you have to think more about how your network runs, and you can like layer stuff off and stuff. It's quite interesting. So that can go there. I believe that's connected, but just in case it's not, we're going to put a bit of cable here, and then it should definitely be connected and powered. So that's 2 channels. This should be fully charged now, basically. Oh, not quite. Right. So the next thing we want to make is this 16K drive, which is going to be probably the most complicated thing we're going to make today, I'd imagine. Oh, and we want like a crafting terminal as well. So what that means is we can basically, rather than having to keep running backwards and forwards from chests and all that crap, we can just have the ME terminal along here, and we can have a crafting terminal, and then we can literally just do all our crafting for that terminal without ever having to run backwards and forwards. It will save so much time, like just so much time, and it'll just make sorting my items so much easier. So we want to make a, I'll type it in like this so it's easier. 16K. There we go. So to make this, we need a 16K ME storage component, which is the most complicated bit. So we'll get into that first. Which is, yeah, we need 1 engineering processor. We need 4 4K ME storage ones, which is the calculation processor, which I didn't make yet. And then the 1K ones require a logic processor. So we need 3 calculation processors and, oh god. So then for the 4K ones we need how many 4K ones do we need? We need 3 4K ones, which means 9 1K ones, which means we need 9 logic processors and 3 calculation processors. Okay, so calculation processor was a pure Certus quartz, that's what I needed, and then the 1K one was a gold bar. Okay, that's easy enough. So we need 9 of those and 3 of those. So that's all we need is 9 gold. This isn't actually, that's what we need the pure crystals for, by the way. So yeah. So we've got all the printer shit on us now that we can scribe. It shouldn't be too difficult. This system is looking pretty badass already. So right, we want to in the inscriber we needed so we need the calculation press for these drives. So we need 3 of them, which is printed calculation circuit and the silicon. So right, we'll get 3 printed calculation circuits. It's annoying that you have to do them one at a time, but it just doesn't stack. There probably is a way to automate these in future, because there is some pretty big like systems where we're going to need a lot of these chips, I reckon. There we go, 3, and then 3. Is it? Oh, not that one. Is it 3 just random silicone ones? Was it? Just printed silicone, which was the silicone press, obviously. Alright, so we'll put the silicone press in. What we could potentially do is have each one of these with a different press, and then it just automates them all for us. We're going to need silicone for all of them, aren't we? Probably. So we need 3 for this one, but then we're going to need 9 for this one. And do these use... Yeah, so we're going to need 12 silicone things. We made 3 so far, so we need a lot more. Alright. 2, 3, so yes, so that's 6. Oh, we're halfway there already. 3, 4, and basically what I'm going to make after this, once I've got this up, is a security terminal, which means I can have my fingerprints in the database, which means nobody can access my stuff, which is like the first step to protecting my base. So I feel a bit safer about being a bit more edgy with that. And then once we get a force going as well, I'll be able to do I'll just be able to go ape shit and nobody will be able to touch me. So that's what I'm planning. Also, this means I can hide all my dirty experiments in the spatial storage chamber eventually, which is just going to be epic. It's just going to be so good that you're going to love that. I'm going to just make so you can have if I show you the spatial storage drive for now, spatial. There we go. So these are different sizes. There's a 2 cube one, a 16 cube one, a 128 cube one. So I think this means you can make a spatial storage area of 2 by 3, I believe, right? Oh no, that's cubed. Okay, so 2 cubes, so a 2 by 2 by 2, right? So that this one will hold 2 by 2 by 2 data's worth of block data, so you can have 4 blocks worth. Is that right? Yeah. No, 8 blocks worth. Yeah, that's right. And then 16 by... So this will be like a... So this one will be the 16 by 16 room that you can transfer in and out. So that's pretty big. And then the 128 one is, as you can guess, a fucking huge room. 128 by 128 blocks that you can store data on. And this thing is like crazy hard to make though. It's like loads of these, loads of these, loads of these, loads of Fluix pearls. It's not easy. It can be, actually, it's not, actually, I thought it'd be harder than that. Oh, so this isn't actually too bad to make. So yeah, that's going to be a future project, which should be sweet. And oh, but then we do need a shitload of these spatial pylons as well. Like, for 128 room, we need like 1 million of these. Like, just so goddamn many, because it has to coat the walls in them. So yeah. It'll be interesting though. So that's a future project, right? So then we wanted to, well, we weren't making that though. We're making the 16K drive right now. So 16K. So that's a future project, just so you know where this is going. So we can have, basically, we can have a 128 by 128 room that has just infinite possibilities that we can put in it and just transfer them onto the hard drive. I need redstone. I forgot about the redstone. Okay, let's go and grab the redstones. And yeah, I want to do more stuff with Sam and Ryan as well, but they are currently missing in action. I'm not sure where they are. But once they get back, I'm sure they'll be happy with my progress and they'll maybe, you know, work. Well, I need some, basically, I just basically need some muscle. That's what I need, you know, to, you know, control my drugs network and that. I just want to basically get back at my old gang. I was finally getting into the place where I can actually get back at them and, you know, steal some of their business of kicking me out. It's been so bloody long. They need to suffer for what they've done. They really do. So, right, printed calculation. Oh, you can't do more than one at once, can we? So yeah, that's my main plan. Once this is done, wreck some, well, get my drugs out there. You know, it may cause a bit of issues, but, well, that's what I'm here to do. Mess shit up. The guys next door don't seem, I say next door, like across into the desert. I don't know if I can trust them either, which is also another reason I'm doing this. Like, they know where I live now. They could just, there's nothing stopping them other than Kovo stopping them from sneaking in here. I don't think Kovo really cares if my base gets wrecked. He just wants me to stop the demon, to be honest. Which I'm going to try and do, because I don't want demons around. Okay, so we've got those 3 calculation presses. Then we need 9 logic presses, which is printed gold and logistic circuit, and more redstone. Okay, so, blah, 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 blah. Logistic, there we go, logic press. So 9 of these. See, it's quite hard to make these drives. So to make a 64 one, I'm guessing we need, like, even more. It's going to be kind of nuts, I reckon. 64K. To make a 64K, we need... Oh, God, we need 3 of these things that we're trying to make. Fuck me. Yeah, so we'd need triple the amount, which is just, like, insane. That's it. Oh, God. Bloody Windows. Right, 16K. So we need another... Oh, God, 8 of these. Right, never mind. So, yeah, also... there's this thing called this on the new object, which is kind of, oh, I didn't want to do that. There's a new object which is pretty awesome called the destruction plane. Is it called the annihilation plane? It sounds even cooler. Now this thing has potential. If you've ever seen my world eaters, prepare for a world eater like you have never fucking seen. This thing, this block is just amazing. It's so cool. So I might even make it as a weapon. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try that out for things. I mean, it depends how effective the force fields are or how laggy they are. But basically, what it means is on the front of our like world eater as such, we could have a massive layer of annihilation planes, and then those annihilation planes can go directly into an ME system on the back of my force field world eater. So I could just dissolve an entire base of annihilation planes. It'd just be like a black wall of death coming towards them. And it'd be work more efficiently than the old one because it wouldn't have to. It'd only be deleting 1 layer of blocks at a time rather than 1 million. So it makes it slightly better. So we want silicone again. We got all those printed, awesome. So let's put these in here with these and redstone, and there we go. We're making the basic ones, the logic processors. All right, 1. But it isn't. Well, I don't know why they don't stack. That's slightly irritating, to be honest. 2. And 3. Oh, no, there's 2. 3rd one. See, that's my plans. I'm hoping Sam and Ryan are going to assist me with, like, you know, the drugs network thing. But I'm basically expecting instantaneous resistance. Pretty much. That's why I'm doing this. Like, I imagine that armies will be in and around... like, the gang I was in was big, right, guys? If you even remember me talking about that ages ago, it was really big. I've been a bit distracted since then, but their network was huge. It wasn't based in this part of the world, but I kind of want to encroach on their areas, starting off here and then going into their areas, and they'll try and shut it down straight away. They'll know instantly it's me because it's pure. So I'm just going to have to be careful about that, which is what I'm doing. So this should be good. Right, 4... Oh, it's like a little processing bar. There might be a way to speed these up, I'm not certain. Oh, don't do that. There we go. 4, 5... I'm not even counting correctly anymore anyway. Why am I saying 5? We've got 7. I can't even do maths. Oh dear. Right, here we go. Boom. Final one, and then we can get that 16k drive. Awesome sauce. That's what I want. So it's a bit of an ordeal to get this stuff made, but once it's made, this 16k should store basically everything. Well, the only problem is it'll only hold 64 different types of items. So we may need to get a second one off camera so we can hold the other types of items. So right, let's just get to making this now, though. Oh, what the fuck? Was that I saw a boss. It wasn't Dragon Knight. Oh, I saw a boss outside. Hang on. Oh, it's a Molenoid. Oh god, I don't want that in my base. Let's just ignore that. Oh, it's already eating my walls. Great. Fuck's sake, Molenoid. Oh, we're gonna have to kill this son of a bitch. Look, what the fuck is this? Get out of my base. Ow. Die. Look what he's done. Oh god, he's like... He's eating into my floor. Look at this mess. Oh, for fuck's sake. Look, you can see where my base is now underground. That's where my underground look what he's fucking done. Son of a bitch. My door doesn't even shut. Look at this. Right, I'm going to have to set it today. Oh my god. Bloody Molenoid. Really? Really? Fuck's sake. Alright, let's go to bed and clean up that mess. Ugh. Son of a bitch.